But the purpose of the Illuminati was to kick God out of society, out of government, and out of the world. The U.S. dollar bears the phrase "one world order." The seal adopted by Congress in 1782. The seal on the left depicts the unfinished pyramid with an all-seeing eye and a blaze of glory. Beneath the pyramid in Latin are three words: Novus Ordo Seclorum, meaning New World Order. The designer of the Great Seal was Charles Thomson, who served as secretary to the Continental Congress. This pyramid has special meaning to the Masonic order, even as crystals and pyramid power hold occultic significance for followers of the New Age. To some, the all-seeing eye represents the providence of God. To others, it represents the eye of an ancient Egyptian deity, Osiris. 5. After World War I, the war to end all wars, President Woodrow Wilson produced the League of Nations in man's relentless pursuit to have a one-world government. A few years later, a paper hanger by the name of Adolf Hitler told the German people he would bring a new order to Europe that would last 1,000 years. He promised peace and prosperity. He promised change. He promised hope. And he promised a future and to rebuild the infrastructure of the nation. He built the Autobahns. He built a car for the people. It's called the Volkswagen. When it came time to pay America and Europe reparations for World War I, as required by the Versailles Treaty, he said absolutely not, and he became the Messiah of Germany. Let me tell you, he did not shoot his way to power. He was applauded to power by people who saw him as their savior. And the coming Antichrist is going to do the same thing. He will be applauded as he walks onto the stage to seize power and then become a global dictator. Hitler dragged Europe into the bowels of a living hell. He turned Europe crimson red with rivers of human blood as 50 million people were killed and 6 million Jewish people were slaughtered by the state. It was his demonic pursuit of something he called the New World Order and the superior master race. Hitler's SS Corps were occultists and Satanists. Their objective was to cast God out of society and to allow the Prince of Darkness to rule the world. If you would like to read a book written by a secular author to verify that, read The Twisted Cross, and you will find the SS was totally structured around the occult. 7. The communists pledged a new world order, an atheistic, God-hating, evil empire where Joseph Stalin murdered 30 million of his own people. Understand that communism is an economic model. Atheism is a theological model, but they merged those two to form the Russian style of communism. Because of the bold leadership of President Ronald Reagan, who stood one day and challenged the communists to tear down this wall in Berlin, communism collapsed like a house of cards. Because Russia is now embracing the principles of capitalism, trying to make a comeback as a superpower to lead the Islamic nations against Israel, according to the prophet Ezekiel in chapters 38-39, constituting the war of Gog and Magog. I believe the Gog-Magog war has started. Not only do I believe it, but in just the past few days, the rabbis of the Judea-Samaria group released a national press release saying that they believe that the flotilla was the beginning of the Gog and Magog war. That was a shocking